Previously on the High Risk Wrestling Podcast. You really need to happen? So it was Boogeyman versus Booker T, and the match only went 3 minutes and 43 seconds. It was the shortest match on the card. The shortest match on the card. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. It is Saturday, March 18th, and you know what that means. It is time for the High Risk Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, here to hug it out with you all today, Jeremy Pierce. Welcome, one and all. As always, I greatly appreciate it. And you can check me out on the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and the 215 on Twitter. And as for today's show, well, we've got part 2 of Wrestlemania and who should have won. Part 1 was last week, part 2 is today, and this is gonna be a solid show. I won't be before you very long, so for now, you know what's next, so just go on and hit my music. So let's get into it with the news. We have an idea, or we pretty much know who's going to induct Rey Mysterio into the Hall of Fame, and that will be his good friend Conan, another legend unto himself. It's good. The only other person I can think that would induct Rey would either be his son Dom or Eddie, who's passed away. So I'm glad it's Conan. There's a chance, maybe, possibly, they can be getting an hour-long Saturday show as a compliment to Rampage. It's been talked about, maybe Saturdays at like 6. I don't know. It's weird, but we'll keep you updated. Posted it was Rampage last week. The March 10th episode did 419,000 viewers. That is up from the week before that of 394,000 viewers, so that's not bad. I expect the last night's show to be down in the ratings for sure because it came on so late after basketball. There's a chance that the WWE will be threatened with legal action, as they have been calling Liv Morgan the Queen of Extreme, and if you know me, if you know your wrestling history, there's only one Queen of Extreme, baby, and that's Francine, and she has made that known that she may threaten the WWE with some legal action. Listen, call up Paul and be like, yo, we kind of gotta work on this, because there's only one Queen of Extreme, and that is Francine. The WWE's plans for legalized betting is not going well. They have been in talks with gambling regulators in Colorado and Michigan, but Colorado has made it clear that they do not plan on sports betting on WWE matches. This is going to be a little hard. It's going to be a little tough. We'll see where this goes. Raw this past week ratings, they did 1.75 million viewers with a 0.53 and 18 to 49 demo. The demo was up, but they're down in viewership, as last week's show did 1.8 million viewers. This is the lowest viewership number since January, but the year just started, so it's not, overtly bad. Impact Wrestling has had some changes in their management. So let's be known, Mike Pine's Talent Partnerships joins the strategic advisors. He's handling the branding partnership, and we saw Scott D'Amore promoted to president of Impact, and Lou D'Angelo as joining as the vice president of marketing. So this is good. I want to see Impact grow. The WWE, they have in AEW, they have a much different policy concerning the contract clause of not wrestling when you get released or fired. So we know the WWE is if you get released or cut on the main roster, it's 90 days. If you get released or cut on NXT, it's 30 days. AEW doesn't really do this. So they don't really cut talent unless it's for disciplinary reasons or some extenuating circumstances. But there's no non-compete clause. And it's only for certain situations where they would have a non-compete clause. Like if they release CM Punk, he's clearly can't just go wrestle for the WWE. Obviously. So as you can see, things are always different between these two companies. We have a date and a location for Forbidden Door 2. So AEW will be doing a six show tour in Canada, and this is in October. No. That was last year. This is this year. Forbidden Door 2 will take place at the Scotia Bank Arena on Sunday, June 25th. I'm excited. Hopefully, we might be able to get Kenny versus Will Ospreay again in another match, and we could get hopefully Mercedes Moné after watching Dynamite. This week, you should be watching Dynamite. 2 returning. Well, one returning wrestler, one new wrestler are both All Elite. Taya Valkyrie is officially All Elite, and Stu Grayson is All Elite again, which is good. Did feel right not having him in the Dark Order. And it looks like Dark Order is pretty much at full strength, with the exception of Preston Vance and Anna Jay, 2 members who moved on to other ventures. Dynamite this past week ratings. 852,000 viewers with a .27 and the 18-49 demo. That is slightly down from the previous week of 858,000 and a .29 in the 18-49 demo. So that's not it's not bad for Dynamite. Hopefully they can get back to 900,000 and then get over to 1 million once again. But they're not on the road to anything. The WWE is. Danhausen suffered a torn pectoral at AEW Revolution. We don't know how long he will be out, what his recovery time will be, but he's hurt, and it sucks. So torn pecs, we get those. They happen. Saraya was fined for calling fans twats and neckbeards. So yeah, you can't call people that on TV. You can say other stuff, but you just can't call them that. But the money will be used for AEW charities. It's cool. I'm fine with it. I'm loving the Outcast right now. Kofi Kingston will undergo surgery as he has I believe a broken ankle. Remember, he was supposed to take part in that 5-way IC title number 1 contenders match. So it looks like he will be out. He definitely will be out, but he may even miss WrestleMania. But that is the news, and we shall be right back. All right, so the week in review, as you know, we got a lot of wrestling to get through, so we just gonna get through it. Monday Night Raw. We're setting up a few more pieces for WrestleMania. Overall, this show gets a fist, but let's tell you why. So Edge opens up the show and says, listen, he's done with the Judgment Day. He's done with Finn. He's wasted a year with these dudes, with Rhea, and the clock is ticking on his career. So he's going to settle it with Finn, calls him out, and they agree to a match. WrestleMania, Hell in a Cell. Looks like we're going to get Brood Edge versus Demon Finn. I'm all for it. Hopefully they are finished after this. The Judgment Day then go to attack Edge, but Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano, and Dexter Lumis makes the save, as they do have a tag match coming up. Funny how that works out. And the Judgment Day win said tag match. Rhea got involved as usual, taking out Candice LeRae. Omos gets one over on Brock in the ring. They're in the ring. They have kind of a standoff. They go to shake hands. Brock tries to take out Omos, and Omos just tosses him over the top rope, and Brock's like, okay, all right, I see you. Cody Rhodes defeats LA Knight and then cuts an impassioned impassioned promo. Bronson Reed squashed Elias. Austin Theory defeated Angelo Dawkins, and this started because the Street Profits were making fun of Theory backstage in the parking lot, and then Theory got a really good promo. He went off on these dudes. So he defeats Dawkins, and looks like we're going to get him versus Montez Ford next week. Paul Heyman says they will take care of the KO problem tonight, and then Roman will be on Raw next week to confront Cody. Dom calls out Ray and challenges him to a match at WrestleMania, and Ray still loves his son, and he denies him that match. Seth Rollins defeated Baron Corbin, because Corbin, he's down bad right now, and he told Seth, yo, I saw you got knocked out. I'm a former 3-time Gold Gloves boxer. What's up? I can help you. No, but Seth wins. Otis chooses the Maximum Male Models over Chad Gable, and Gable spent the whole night looking for Otis, and if you've seen Twitter, Otis is now Otis. Bianca Belair defeated Chelsea Green. Asuka makes the save after Carmella and Chelsea jump Bianca. And this feud is lackluster. This thing is so boring. This is why it should be Rhea versus Bianca and Asuka versus Charlotte at WrestleMania, but I digress. Solo defeats Kevin Owens in a street fight. As KO said earlier in the show, he does not want any help. He does not want any help. He's going to do this by himself. And that's how Raw ended. Over on Dynamite, we had a fun Canadian show that moved many pieces around the board, and this show gets a thumbs up for the beginning and the ending of Dynamite. So we open up with MJF having his rebar mitzvah, and he's having fun, whatever, and then the other three pillars of AEW come out: Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and Jungle Boy, and they all say some things, state their claims. I didn't know Darby Allin was this good on the mic. Not this good, but he cut a really good promo. It was funny. Obviously, it devolves into them fighting, break it down, and MJF falling in the cake. But I can't do this segment justice, but it looks like we're going to get the Fatal 4-Way Pillars World title match. Yeah, give it to me. The Blackpool Combat Club defeated Hangman Page and the Dark Order. John Silver and Alex Reynolds makes the save. Juice Robinson says he's going to keep coming for Ricky, and Ricky Starks later says that he's not scared of Juice and he's not scared of the Bullet Club, who are no longer relevant. Jade Cargill had our Canadian Open Challenge, and she squashed Nicole Matthews. And I don't think Nicole should have got squashed. Nicole is really, really good and is a legend. Kind of great on indie scene. But we got swerved because a debuting Taya Valkyrie comes out, who is, as we said earlier, is all the elite. She steps up to Jade. Jade backs off. Layla goes to attack Taya, and Taya lays her out with the Road to Valhalla. And Jade was like, yo, you doing my move? Excalibur points out that, well, Taya's been doing this move a lot longer than Jade. The Jaded and the Road to Valhalla, and I forget the name of it, but Jazz did that move before everybody. And we had a QTV debut, and it shows that Aaron Solo was the one who broke into Wardlow's car. In real life, Wardlow's car really did get broken into, but we can turn real life into a storyline, and it always works. This is good. And I don't think we're done with Wardlow and Powerhouse Hobbs. Orange Cassidy retained the International Championship against Jeff Jarrett in a fun, shenanigan-filled match. This was pretty good. We had an acclaimed rap. The Outcasts run down the rookies in the back, and the two bitches that AEW's let roam free, referring to Jamie and Britt. And Tony says, y'all disrespected me because I wasn't even a real champion to you. This is good. This is what I like from the Outcasts. Britt and Jamie come out, but that damn numbers game comes up. They take them out. The Outcasts take them out. And then Riho, Willow Nightingale, and Sky Blue, three other quote-unquote rookies that the Outcasts have mentioned, said in that same segment, come out to make the save. Riho gets acknowledged by Jamie, and Britt doesn't really do anything nor follow up because they have history. Like I said, why would Riho help Britt? But the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And in the main event, an awesome match, the House of Black retains the Trio Championship against the JAS and the Elite in a fun match. We got our standoff showdown between Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho, so I'm looking forward to hopefully getting that match one time for the one time. And after the match, Jake Hager goes to attack Brody King. Doesn't work. And then the BCC and Hangman and Dark Order are still fighting, and they all fighting into the ring. And they ended up getting Hangman into the ring by himself with the BCC on one side, and then Hangman doesn't see this, but standing behind him are the Elite backing him up. Man, this, who says AEW doesn't do storytelling? Like, what is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Over on Impact, Jonathan Gresham and Speedball Mike Bailey defeated the Decay. We had promos from Cass, Josh Alexander, and Rich Swann before they were interrupted by Steve Maclin. Giselle Shaw says she wants payback from Deonna Purrazzo costing her the championship last week. Steve Maclin defeats Heath. Jai Vidal defeated Zicky Dice. Deonna and Savannah Evans all got involved. Sami Callihan will accept his punishment from the design. PCO isn't dead yet. Remember, he got ran over by a car last week. He comes out to brawl with Eddie Edwards, but Kenny King also helps Eddie Edwards from the retirement honor no more, and they get the better of him. The Coven, the team of Taylor Wilde and Kylan King, defeat the Death Dolls for the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championships. Let's keep going. Look, Impact needs like 4 or 5 more women to really round out that roster. And in the main event, the Bullet Club defeats Rich Swann, Josh Alexander, and Kaz after Alexander gets distracted from Steve Maclin being on the stage. So Maclin is doing his magic and working his way into Josh Alexander's brain. Over on Ring of Honor, Claudio Castagnoli defeats Willie Mack in a Proven Ground match. In a Proven Ground match, you have 10 minutes. The opponent has 10 minutes to defeat the champion. And if you defeat them in that time or survive the 10 minutes, you get a title shot. The time was never showed on the screen, and they got to make more importance of this type of match. Dante Martin defeated Mike Bennett. Darius Martin runs off the Kingdom after the match. Metalik and Blake Christian defeated the Trustbusters. Eddie Edwards squashes Jeeves K, also of the Trustbusters. Athena defeats Tiana in a Proven Ground match and attacks her after the bell. Metalik and Blake Christian add AR Fox to their ranks, and they said they'll be paying attention to the Trio Championship match later on in the evening. Silas Young returns to Ring of Honor, defeats Marcus Cross. Shane Taylor returns also to Ring of Honor and challenges them, and now they're both in the TV title picture as they're both former TV champions. The Embassy retains against Dalton Castle and the Boys, retaining the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team championships. Trish Adora defeats Madison Rayne. Matt Sydal and Christopher Daniels defeated the Outrunners, and Aussie Open says they got next. Wheeler Yuta retains the Pure Championship against Clark Counters, and he says he's going to run through all of the LA Dojo trainees until he gets to Shibata, because he wants Shibata at Supercard of Honor. And I must say, the heel turn by the BCC is working really well. And we're going to get Wheeler Yuta versus Shibata. That's great. Over on SmackDown, all we got to do is hug it out. And as Simon Miller says, makes you feel all warm and fuzzy in your tum-tum. So we open up with Cody Rhodes, who tries to get Sammy and KO to mend fences. And Sammy's like, listen. Whether we've teamed together or we fought with each other, we have always healed, always mended fences, and always come together because we're friends, we're brothers, we're family. I love you. And KO's like, whatever, and just leaves. And then Sammy tries again in the parking lot. KO's having none of it, and he drives off. Don Maria defeated Santos Escobar and Zelina Vega in a nice little fun match. I enjoyed this. Ray comes out afterwards and says, listen, Ray, I just want to talk to my son. Rhea backs off in the corner, and Ray explains himself, and probably the best promo Ray has ever cut in his entire career. It was so good. Essentially, he tells Dom that he's sorry, but he's also did everything for him, and you're bitching and you're moaning and you want to complain it's not going to work, and he's not going to give Dom the match at WrestleMania. Liv and Raquel Rodriguez defeated Tegan Nox and Emma to advance to WrestleMania in the Fatal 4-Way match. I'm hoping it's in the Broken Cinders match. Charlotte Flair and Rhea talk, and then they brawl. This is like how almost all of Charlotte's feuds boil down to, the real personal ones, because they always end up in a brawl, which is stupid. Xavier Woods defeated LA Knight. I'm gonna need LA Knight to start winning matches, y'all. Seriously. Later, after Knight miles off the ring, Mysterio backstage and gets punched in his mouth. So LA Knight will be facing Rey Mysterio next week. Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre ends in a no contest after Imperium attacks. So the Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania will now be a triple threat match. And in our main event segment, Sami Zayn and Jey Uso talk. And Sami is like, listen, well, no, Jey starts off and tells him why Sami's wrong. And Sami's like, Jey, you're not mad at me. You're not mad that I hit Roman. You're mad that I did it before you. He's not wrong. And you're not mad at me. You're mad at Roman for the abuse that you keep taking, and you can change that. You can fix that. They end up fighting. Jimmy comes out. KO comes out, gives them both stunners. And Sami and KO hug it out, and they make up. And now this is war. This is where SmackDown gets a fist. Over on Rampage, Powerhouse Hobbs retains the TNT Championship over Rey Fenix. QT Marshall lays out Alex Abrahantes with a diamond cutter, and Alex sold this beautifully. So expect QT versus Penta in like a week or two. Stu Grayson wants a piece of Jon Moxley. Taya Valkyrie won a squash match, and as Jade Cargill watches from the ramp, Stokely Hathaway is training for his no DQ match against Hook. 2.0 defeated the Bollywood Boys, and in the main event, Dan Garcia, in a shocking turn of events, defeats Brody King after Chris Jericho gets involved and hits Brody King with Floyd the baseball bat. So this is not done. It looks like we got our next feud for the Trios Championship, with it being the House of Black versus the Jericho Appreciation Society. And in our matches of the week, not a lot this week. We only got 3. So from Dynamite, the Blackpool Combat Club versus Hangman Page and the Dark Order. This was a wild match. There was a triple spike power driver, and that just seemingly didn't end the match. Also from Dynamite, the Trio Championship match, the House of Black defending against the Elite and the Jericho Appreciation Society, and this was just wild. Just wild. And from Ring of Honor, Wheeler Yuta versus Clark Connors for the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. A star of the week, man. Well, I think I have to give it to Kevin Owens. He carried 2 shows this week, and now we're only 3 weeks away from WrestleMania, so it's time to ratchet up the intensity. But that is our week in review, and we shall be right back. So when we last left off, we were at WrestleMania 31. Welcome to part 2 of WrestleMania and who should have won. We left off with Sting losing to Triple H, which we know why that happened. We know why, because Vince McMahon is a petty son of a bitch. And this was the final hee ha ha nail in the coffin to WCW. So let's stick with WrestleMania 31. And remember from the last show how I said that there were going to be a few times where John Cena would be on the list? Well, guess what? Cena's back on this list, because at WrestleMania 31 he was defending the United States Championship against Rusev. And I had no problem with this match. It's the outcome. Because once again, LOL, Cena wins. You have the opportunity here to once again make another star. You have the chance there to make another star in Rusev. Never forget about him and Lana coming out in that tank. And John Cena's untouchable. John Cena doesn't need to win all the time. Never forget, the previous year at WrestleMania 30, he defeated Bray Wyatt. So that's two stars that should have become main eventers, that should have become mainstays in the WWE, and back-to-back years, John Cena defeated them. Back-to-back years. Now, not always will I put the blame on John Cena, but you're a big enough star where you not only you can take the loss, but you can say, hey, we need to do this. Did you not learn from when you went over the Shield. For those of you that don't know, the Shield were supposed to win at Survivor Series. The Shield versus Team WWE. It was either Survivor Series or SummerSlam, I forget. And the Shield were penciled in to win. And Cena was like, no, I should win. We should win. Mind you, Team WWE had Edge and Chris Jericho on that team. And they told Cena backstage, no, we have the chance here to make stars. And Cena won. Not only did Cena win, he took a 450 splash and a wasteland on the outside and still overcame the odds to win the match. And mind you, Edge and Jericho turned on the team and just left. So you see what I mean when Cena winning sometimes is detrimental to superstars? John Cena shouldn't have won here. And then on the same show, on the same show, The Undertaker defeated Bray Wyatt. Now, I know why Taker won, but we have to think back to this is back-to-back WrestleManias with losses by Bray Wyatt. The previous year he lost to John Cena. And you had a chance here to make a brand new star, a brand new Undertaker. Yes, Bray can be hit or miss. You know, he's mostly more hit than miss. But this right here just didn't make sense. Like, Taker had already lost to Brock. Believe he had already lost to Roman. I think Roman might have came after, but you already set the precedent. And no one would have batted an eye if Bray Wyatt defeated The Undertaker. No one. And now, here we are, Bray Wyatt having to reinvent himself again. Still with one win at WrestleMania, and that was during the pandemic mania. That's all I'm saying. We move on to WrestleMania 32, and there's nothing here of note just looking at the card. I mean, I could say the New Day should have defeated the League of Nations, but that's a toss-up right there. Charlotte winning the Triple Threat match to become the inaugural Women's Champion. No, that's fine. There's nothing egregious about WrestleMania 32. So we move on to WrestleMania 33. And I must say, we got two of them on here, y'all. We got two. So as we're running down the card, we're trying to say, okay, well, what matches, where should someone have won? Where should someone have lost? So we're running down the card, right? We've got, on the pre-show, we got Neville and Austin Aries for the Cruiserweight Championship. Mojo Rawley won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin for the Aussie title. We get to the main card. Nothing crazy. AJ Shane, KO, Jericho, Bayley, winning a fatal 4-way. Hardy Boys returning, winning the ladder match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. But it was the match that followed. It's the match that followed. What match was that? John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice. Y'all know who won. John and Nikki won. John and Nikki were always going to win. But here's the thing. When you guys watched that feud, watched the lead up to that feud, Miz and Maurice were awesome. No pun intended. Maurice pretending to be Nikki Bella, my God, hilarious. At this time, Cena and Nikki were dating. They were a couple, it was known. What made this even more egregious and more laughable was that after Cena and Nikki won, Cena proposed to Nikki Bella. Guys, are Cena and Nikki Bella married right now? Are they even still together? Now, are Ms. Maurice still married? Do Ms. and Maurice have kids? See what I mean? This was another way. Oh, well, Cena's got to win. It's for the better story, just to get that WrestleMania moment. Oh, God. Wait till next week's show. Lord, wait till next week's show. But it was stupid. Because they're not even together anymore. And the Miz is still chugging along where Reese comes and shows up from time to time. It's really, really crazy to think about how badly this was done. And even after that, you know what was bad after that? Randy Orton defeating Bray Wyatt for the WWE Championship. That was also bad. Why? Why was it bad? Well, Bray Wyatt had just won the WWE Championship at the Elimination Chamber the previous month. He then defended it in a triple threat match against Cena and Shinsuke on SmackDown. And he won that match, Bray Wyatt. And this was part of that feud that was going on with Randy and Bray and Luke Harper and Luke telling, Bray don't trust Randy. First of all, this match should have been a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. Like, Luke Harper should have been put into this match. He really, really should have. But not only was this match, I don't want to say bad, it wasn't good. It was all the fucking light show and the bugs and whatever was going on with the ring with Bray, and here's the crazy part: Bray Wyatt won this feud because he won like the House of Horrors match, but he didn't get the WWE Championship back. That doesn't make sense. So did Bray have a match at 32? No. But Eric Rowan lost to The Rock. So that's 3 straight WrestleManias that Bray participated in that he lost. That's crazy. Why? I never saw the point of Bray losing the championship. Remember when Edge had won the WWE Championship from Cena, cashing in his Money in the Bank contract, and things changed, and people felt like, yeah, we're in a good groove, right? This was great. A month later, he lost the championship back to Cena, and things stayed the same, and nothing changed. And that's how I felt with Bray Wyatt losing here. It just didn't make sense. But we move on to WrestleMania 34, and again, we're looking at the card. Nothing crazy. Nothing. We're doing well. We're looking good. There it is. Second match on the card. Charlotte Flair defeating Asuka and retaining the SmackDown Women's Championship. So here's all the ways that this was just bad. Okay. One, Asuka won. No, this wasn't. The Royal Rumble was not. No, Asuka was finally coming in and was dominating. Right? She came up from NXT and She had her undefeated streak. It's crazy. Mind you, Asuka had won the Royal Rumble. Asuka was the first ever women's Royal Rumble winner. And not only did she lose the match, she didn't win the championship. So you had the first ever women's Royal Rumble winner lose. To make it even more egregious, Shinsuke won the Royal Rumble that year too, and he lost. So you ruined the mystique of Asuka. And what's even more crazy is, at the time of this, Asuka doesn't have a win at the Royal Rumble. What's crazier is that Asuka doesn't have a win at WrestleMania, but Asuka has done everything. Like, everything. She's won the Royal Rumble. She's won Money in the Bank. She is a Grand Slam champion. She's won Survivor Series, Soul Survivor. She's won War Games. She's won the Elimination Chamber. She's done everything. I've never seen somebody do so many great things and not feel important. And yet Asuka still doesn't have a win at WrestleMania. That's absurd to think about, because we've now entered the realm of LOL, Charlotte wins. Because Charlotte always wins. And now, we don't know. Are we going to run into the same issue with Asuka this year, taking on Bianca Belair? Asuka winning the Elimination Chamber, becoming the number one contender. Now we have Killer Kana, the old crazy Asuka, y'all know. And will she win? Because Asuka still doesn't have a win at WrestleMania. And while we're sticking to WrestleMania 34, I mentioned it just a couple minutes ago. AJ Styles defeated Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship, retaining the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 34. Shinsuke Nakamura won the Royal Rumble that year. And not only did Shinsuke not win, the match wasn't even good. Because I guarantee you, Vince McMahon had his fingerprints all over this match. All over this match. So how can AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura have a bad match? The feud wasn't even good because he turned Shinsuke Nakamura heel and he just kept low blowing people. All you had to do was say, AJ, Shinsuke, have your Wrestle Kingdom match. That's it. Have your Wrestle Kingdom match. Go out there and steal the damn show. But nope, that did not happen. It's crazy to think about, right? So we have nothing at WrestleMania 35, so we move on to WrestleMania 36, Pandemic Mania. And yeah, I've got 3 for you. Three of them things. So let's start with a night 1, and we just got finished talking about this person. The Kabuki Warriors, the tag team of Asuka and Kairi Sane, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, losing to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Now y'all know me, I'm not the biggest fan of Alexa Bliss. Fine on the mic, great control, great character work. Not good in the ring. Nikki Cross is fine. In no just world, in no unknown and known universe, would Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross ever defeat Asuka and Kairi Sane. Ever. These are my opinion, two of the 5 best women's wrestlers on the planet. Who are the other 3? Mayu Iwatani, Io Sky, and Mercedes Moné. Did you don't want to listen. And I get it. You don't want to start Raw. You don't want to start Raw. You don't want to start WrestleMania off with the heels winning. But mind you, WrestleMania 19, the first match in the card was Matt Hardy versus Rey Mysterio. Matt Hardy won. So okay, you want to get the show off with a fun match. Just start with Elias versus King Corbin. That's it. Start with Elias versus King Corbin. I don't like, so that loss again made no sense to me. And once again, Asuka does not have a win at WrestleMania. How about Becky Lynch defeating Shayna Baszler for the Raw Women's Championship? Baszler won the Elimination Chamber to get to WrestleMania. Becky, this is the man, Becky Lynch. Again, this loss, you don't want to have Becky lose. I get it, but sometimes the big star's got to take the L to make a new big star, and that was Shayna Baszler coming off a fantastic run in NXT, a fantastic dominant run. Shayna on her way out put Rhea Ripley over. It made Rhea Ripley look like a dominant star, and here we are, Shayna Baszler biting Becky. The fuck? Huh? I just, and it's rare because Shayna Baszler hasn't even sniffed the championship match since then. She might have been in maybe one or two, hasn't held gold around her wrist besides tag team championship. Shayna Baszler's already made champion. Like, what are we doing here? Night 2 of WrestleMania 36. Remember, y'all, this was the first year of WrestleMania being 2 nights. And there's only one very, very, very egregious loss on here, and that was Charlotte Flair defeating Rhea Ripley. Charlotte had won the Women's Royal Rumble that year, and she said she'll challenge Rhea Ripley. Rhea was the NXT Women's Champion, because Charlotte said it was the only championship she hasn't held. Okay, whatever. I get it. I believe Charlotte was the NXT Women's Champion. Let me make sure. Yeah, she's a 2-time NXT Women's Champion. So not only did she defeat Rhea, she tapped her out. Charlotte is already up to 16 World Championships. 16. 6-time Raw Champion, 7-time SmackDown Champion, 2-time NXT Champion, 1-time Divas Champion. So Charlotte's at 16. And again, the loss by Rhea, the win by Charlotte, doesn't make sense because it did nothing for Rhea. It did nothing for NXT. Charlotte pretty much dominated NXT, dominated Rhea, dominated Bianca, and NXT did not recover for a long time because of Charlotte's terrible, horrible, no good reign. And her reign ended with Io Sky winning in a triple threat match, right? And here's the thing. It took a long, long time for Rhea to recover. Rhea had to go through a bullshit feud with Raquel, come up to the main roster, championship here, championship there. It just, why? There was no reason for Charlotte to win, but LOL, Charlotte wins. Are there more? I mean, we could go to WrestleMania 37 and say, AJ and Omos defeating the New Day for the Raw Tag Team titles. That was just dumb. But I get why they wanted to make Omos a star. And the New Day still don't have the New Day as a team still don't have a win at WrestleMania. That same year, Asuka lost to Rhea Ripley. Lost her Raw Women's Championship. We get to WrestleMania 38. And again, is there anything egregious here? Egregious, no, but dumb, yes. I'm perfectly fine with Drew McIntyre defeating Happy Corbin, but him kicking out of the end of days. I mean, nobody kicks out of that move, and they didn't even make a big deal out of it. Charlotte defeating Ronda, retaining the SmackDown Women's Championship. Ronda won the Royal Rumble. We're now entering the territory where Charlotte has to win at WrestleMania every year, and that's why I'm fearful about this Rhea Ripley feud. That's why I'm fearful about Asuka. History isn't on their side. What could have been? What should have been? And now here we are, worried about this year's WrestleMania 39. I am worried that Rhea's going to lose. I am worried that Asuka is going to lose. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. But that's our show. Thank you as always for listening, for watching. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Next week, why WrestleMania moments don't matter. You've kind of seen me, you've kind of been hearing me hint at it. But we're going to go back and look at some WrestleMania moments that were made to be a big deal, why they ultimately didn't matter. And it almost ties into these past two shows of who should have won. But once again, thank you for listening. Check me out on the socials. Charismatic Creations on Facebook, Tumblr, and YouTube. Charismatic_Creations52 on, I'm not on Tumblr. Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube. Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and the 215 on Twitter. And as always, Xylee, Wendy Chu, Shouty Blackheart, Bailey, and Gigi Dolan. Holla at your boy. Peace.